Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the channel. My name is Psycho Gold, this is Psycho Gold Videos. And if you're watching Surabasa Productions, hi! Now you might think that that's a bit presumptuous of me, but no it's not, because when I went to start recording this video, I received an email letting me know that SSSS.Gridman, episode 1, has been claimed. And I thought, oh, well I was only thinking the other day that Gridman is one of the only shows I don't have copyright issues with, and as I thought that, I got an email to let me know that so had episode 2, and 3, and 4, and 5. Literally, within 2 minutes of each other, they just went through every single video. Now on the bright side, at least unlike some of the videos, they're all still up. They've just decided to take all of the money for themselves. Which, as it's Gridman, I could care less about, because the majority of the Gridman videos aren't exactly my big earners. I'm watching this series because I enjoy it and I really want to know what happens with the story, and the handful of you that are watching this series with me, I appreciate you guys, and I know that there are a devoted Gridman community out there, because some of you have been asking me to watch episode 6 in my other videos that I've been doing, and I have every intention of watching episode 6, I'm going to do it right now. So last time in episode 5, we started to get a little inkling that some of the characters are finally going to start questioning what's going on. Some people have left me comments to say that this episode, the story begins, which is a bit of an odd sentence, but I'm going to find out for myself exactly what that means, so without further ado, I'm going to just jump right in. So sit back, get a beverage, relax, and let's watch Gridman, shall we? 3, 2, 1, go! Oh, yes. I forgot that. He started to piece together what's going on with a cane. Or at least that there's something not right about a cane. Which is about time. So why is he still sat there waiting then? That seems odd. Also, I apologise, ladies and gentlemen. I don't have a cold, but I feel like I do, if that makes sense. Wait, why did she suddenly decided that Yuta needs to die? Oh, okay, so she has decided that Yuta is Gridman. Okay. I was gonna say, is this a still image? Nothing's happening. Oh, I wonder if she's gonna run into him again. What? Okay. Yeah, I was gonna say, there is some resemblance. But I can't quite put my finger on who it is. Okay. I'm from a line of kaiju. Okay. So she's like that other kid then that can transform into whatever and apparently can get bigger. It? Well, he ain't human. Oh, Caliber is watching. Does he know what it is? Yeah, I think he has a suspicion. Hey, that looked like he was almost reading Ultraman. Oh, so she's going to turn out to be just as interested in it as he is. Well, of course she is. Is it? Oh, they're all being followed. Okay. Now the question is, are they following him from their protection, or are they trying to work out what's what? Don't tell me she's bathing him. Yep, okay. This is getting weird. Considering the way most people in anime react to the slightest bit of skin, Rika does not seem to care in the slightest that this kid is essentially 100% naked. Ah, and he's being followed by the smart one. Yeah, who's that? Excellent question. We can add it to the long list of excellent questions in this show. Is she trying to show him what's actually going on? Like, is this even real? Is this the real life? Or is this just fantasy? Which actually would explain how everything could keep being rebuilt. That's why they all fell asleep. I knew it couldn't... I knew that was something to do with it. Yeah. When you leave the city, everyone gets sleepy. Why? What's happening? Oh! That looked like the same place, but wrecked. Wait, is she legit interested in him now because she found somebody else who likes kaiju? Oh, so she's gone back to wanting to learn about him. But I think she was genuinely interested in talking with him because of his interest in kaiju. And she wants to see if he knows. Yeah, from the heart of a lonely human. Yeah. Well, she is officially human then. That solves that. Well, that wasn't one of my questions, but it's an answer. Yeah. Okay, we're going back to a interesting era of CGI. The gas! So those things, they are what's fixing the city, somehow. Somehow. Wait, so they are... This isn't the real Japan then, this is literally like her little pocket dimension. Ah, yes, I knew it. I knew he was the one manipulating it all. Oh! Okay. Way before someone was born. Is that him? So those massive things, they're not statues. They're actually kaiju that are keeping this world the way it is. Your predecessor owes a lot to you. Okay, the plot thickens. So, but where did she come from then? If this is all that's left of the world... Okay, so he still has his strength even though he's small. Oh, what the? Boom! Oh, and Caliber's here as well. Wow, they have like a lot more going on. Like his arm is like practically part of that weapon that he's created. Are they? Hang on a minute. Are they kaiju as well? No, he isn't. He's just Yuta. He's only Gridman when he transforms. Yes, please report it to Gridman and tell him everything else as well, so we might start putting pieces together. Everybody's here. Contact. Oh, okay. So... Oh, nope, there's more. Oh! Okay. He ain't stuck in that screen after all. He's not like Gridman. Damn. That was a revelation. Well, there you go, ladies and gentlemen. That was episode 6 of Gridman, and not quite the big reveal I wanted, but certainly some reveals nonetheless. Unfortunately, it's only left me with more questions, but that's good because I don't mind as long as they're actually going to address them. I like the idea that there's another type of kaiju out there, and we kind of already had that hint with the little white-haired dude. But I like the fact that she's out, this little girl's out there, and she's like observing everything, and she said that she is someone doing something because she said that she had a predecessor, and that her predecessor owes Yuta or Gridman, we're not really sure which, a lot. And I think this is going to go hand in hand with the fact that Yuta and Gridman both have amnesia. Whatever it is that happened previously is to do with her predecessor, perhaps. And wow, there is so much to try and process in this episode. The idea that all that is left is this kaiju-shaped city, and that if you try and go anywhere else, it doesn't really exist, is kind of a weird thought, and at the same time a little bit terrifying, because it's like, well, what is actually out there? Where does that train go? Like, you go into the gas and there is... So, does it just put you to sleep and then you're essentially rerouted back into another section of Arcane's world? Or is there a way out? Or is there literally nothing? Is it just an endless wasteland of which the train goes through? But it doesn't actually go anywhere. There's just confused me even more with her explanation of exactly what's going on. And the idea that Arcane is creating all of this, but he's being manipulated by that thing that we saw at the end of the episode, who has been in the screen this whole time, but has now made it plainly clear that he isn't on the other side of a screen. He can very much choose to simply appear at any point. And I can't help but wonder if it's going to turn out that they're going to need Arcane to defeat him, and they're going to need her to basically undo everything that she's done with him, because, you know, she needs to basically not be lonely, because that's what it all stems from the looks of it. She's alone. He's manipulated that, realized that she has power, taught her how to use it, and is now using her for his means. And obviously now, we know that she does have a slight connection with Yuta's friend, albeit not one that necessarily she wants to pursue. But the fact that they both like kaiju, the fact that they clearly have similar interests, and we know he likes her anyway, makes me think that later in the series that might be a plot thread that they can tug at to try and pull Arcane away from the dark side. Since if she is a literal god to the people of this world, she can surely undo the damage that she's done. Doesn't mean that she can bring back the people who have been killed, and I'm not saying that she should be forgiven for that, but at the same time, they might need her help in order to save what remains. And I'm very curious to know what that means for the rest of the world. I mean, is this world like existing in its own little pocket dimension that's been created by Arcane? Whether or not she realizes that's what she's done. Have they trapped Gridman there? Is that why Gridman and Yuta both have amnesia? Because they have amnesia because that's what's happened? Like, Arcane has cut them off from the real world, so to speak? Because that would go hand in hand with the fact that the world can be rebuilt overnight and people don't remember it. And Gridman being somewhat of a digital creation, it kind of makes sense that this whole world doesn't really exist. I mean, I can't exactly remember what happened in Gridman because I'm getting it confused with Superhuman Samurai Cyber Squad, but I seem to recall the world that they were fighting in not being 100% genuine, and that's how stuff didn't have a permanent effect when buildings get destroyed and stuff happening. Like, I'm sure that when they transformed, that was the thing. Like, they were fighting on a digital plane or on a not real plane. But again, I might be getting that confused. It's been a very long time since I've seen either show. Now, with that said, I also like the fact that we got to see that, you know, the other people, the 4 students from Neo High, is it? That they're, like, following everybody and either keeping them safe, keeping them under tabs, and seeing what's going on. So they're not completely out of the loop. And I like the fact that they seem to be taking a much more proactive approach to all of this. And Caliber and Max obviously stepping in to save Yuta. Definitely warranted, as clearly there's a lot more going on between all of them than meets the eye. And it does make me wonder if they're kaiju as well. But if they are, I don't know. That seems a bit weird that kaiju would be fighting alongside Gridman. But at the same time, it does appear that that is the case in the form of the kaiju that we've spent most of the episode with. So... And obviously, she seemed to imply that there's a lot more kaiju than the ones that Arcane creates, and that there might be others hiding in the wings ready to lend a hand at some point. I still maintain that the dude with the white hair is being manipulated just like Arcane is being manipulated, so I guess we'll just have to wait and see what happens on that regards. It's also interesting because I think one of the reasons why this episode was so enjoyable is because there wasn't actually any Gridman. There wasn't any transformation, there wasn't a giant monster fight. It broke the formula that the last 5 episodes have had, and I think it's better for it. Because it was unexpected, and it kind of, even though I didn't really notice it at first, it kind of did subvert my expectation. I kept waiting for that moment when we were going to have a Gridman fight, but instead we just got a lot of exposition and story, and that was great. That's exactly what we needed. So yeah, I will definitely be continuing this for anyone who's been wondering after I said in episode 4 that I wasn't sure about it. But no, I will be continuing this. I'm fairly confident this is only a 13 episode show, so I'm definitely not going to drop it now. I've practically watched half of it, so yeah. Please come back next week, and I guess we'll watch episode 7 together, but I'm afraid that's it for tonight, folks. If you guys want to continue the conversation, if you want to know my specific thoughts and opinions on anything, feel free to leave comments down below, ask me questions, tell me your opinions on what's going on, and I'm sure I'll get back to you. If you want to have a chat about it in my Discord server, the link is in the description as it always is, so feel free to come and join the talk over there. But yeah, that's going to be it for this episode, guys. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to give it a thumbs up. If you're new around here, click that subscribe button and click the bell to get notified whenever we post a new video. But that's all I've got time for today, folks, and as always, my name is Psycho Gold, and I will see you in my next video. Psycho Gold, out!